Good morning, students. So today we'll see lecture 13. So lecture 13 we are going to combine case 2 and case 3, that is continuous beams with overhanging portion and sinking of supports. So see the problem. Analyze the beam shown in figure by using moment distribution method. Support B sinks by 9 mm. So this is settlement or sinking or displacement of support. And take EI equal to 1 into 10 power 12 Newton mm square. So see the diagram. ABCD is a beam, continuous beam. A is fixed, continuous over B and C, and D does not have any support but carries a point load of 20 kilonewton. So AB carries a non-central load of 60 kilonewton, BC carries a UDL of 20 kilonewton per meter, and the distances are given. So the value of EI is given as 1 in 10 power 12 Newton per mm square. Newton mm square, not Newton per mm, Newton mm square. So always when there is sinking, they'll give you the value of EI. If it is not given, you have to assume. Assume it is 1 in 10 power 12 Newton mm square as given in this problem. So you have to convert into kilonewton meter square. So remember, anything into 10 power 12 Newton per mm square can be converted as 1 into 10 power 3 kilonewton meter square. It is 6 into 10 power 12 Newton mm square. It will be 6 into 10 power 3 kilonewton meter square. Again, del equal to 9 mm. That is the sinking of support. Support B sinks by 9 mm. So convert that into meters. So 9 in 10 power 3 meters or 0.009 meters. So this was the first thing. The given data, sinking is included. EI is converted to kilonewton meter square. Sinking is converted into meter. And then solution. So first is fixed in moments. When sinking is given, you have to be very careful. See here, you have to be very careful. As usual, the sign for including the sinking of support will not change. So for example, AB support AB, B is sinking. So it is B is falling down. So the resting moment will be in the opposite direction, anti-clockwise direction. Hence minus sign for AB, similar to what we saw in the slope deflection method. But the change is that in the first step itself, fixed moment itself, you have to include a value 6 EI del by L square. Del is a sinking, L is the length of the span. For span AB, L equal to 3 meter, W equal to 60 meter, A equal to 2 meter, B equal to 1 meter. See in the diagram it is given. So have those values. So the M of AB equal to minus WAB squared by L square, M of BA equal to plus WBA square by L square. In addition to that, you have to include minus 6EI del by L square. What is it minus? The same thing, because it is anti-clockwise minus. That you have to include. So include the value of del as 0.009, L as 3, you get the value of M of AB equal to minus 19.33 and M of BA equal to plus 20.67 kilometer. Again span BC. Again span BC, see this diagram, B is falling down. So how will you catch? The opposite direction, so this clockwise. So you'll have plus 6 EI del by L squared for M of BC and M of CB. And MCD, see the overhang portion. So what do you get? See the overhang portion. Okay. So this is the overhang portion CD. So 20 into 1. So minus 20 kilonewton meter is the moment for MCD. After that you will just forget about that. So M of CD equal to minus 20 kilonewton meter, M of DC equal to 0. Okay. Now step 2 is distribution factor. So we know that only for intermediate joints you will have distribution factor. For the other joints it will be 0. So for B it is BA and BC member. So what is BA? B is a near end, A is a far end. So see here, B is a near end, A is a far end. This far end fixed. So what will be the formula for relative stiffness? I by L. Then BC. See BC. So you have to forget C only has support. D does not have any support. See in the diagram itself. So only C has support, D does not have any support. So BC, B is a near end, C is a far end. So far end hinged only, not continuous, because D does not have any support. So that you have to be careful. So it is 3 by 4 I by L for BC. So have the values added. I have shown all the calculations down. So I by L is I by 3. So 0.333. And 3I by 4L is I by 1. So have 3 digits. Total relative stiffness you have to add both. 0.333 plus 0.125. So you get 0.458. And then distribution factor, relative stiffness by total relative stiffness. Do it. You get the values. And if you check both the values at the joint B, 0.727 plus 0.273 equal to 1. Again at C, CB and CD. CD C is a near end, D is a far end, and D does not have any support. So it is 0. So that is also important. D does not have any support. So that you have to remember. So again, for CB it will be 1, because CD equal to 0. Now distribution table, you already know. Right, the joins at A only one member AB. B you have two members, so BA and BC. C also you have CB and CD. D no need to consider because it is not a support at all. There is no support at D. And write all the members, distribution factor, fixed end moments. After writing the fixed end moments, if you have the overhang portion, you have to be very careful. I have put an important sign here. First you have to balance the overhanging portion. So if M of CD equal to minus 20, M of CB should be equal to plus 20. First you have to balance it. So see that 61.5 minus 20 is 41.5. So apply minus sign, minus 41.5. Balancing only. So that into 1 will be minus 41.5. Here it will be 0. So do that. Then carry over from C to B. So CB to BC minus 20.75, which is half of minus 41.5. Then add everything total. So you see here CB and CD plus 20 and minus D. Only you have to start with that. Then carry over. Then only you have to come to the regular procedure. Regular, what is the regular one? B also you have to see. B 20.61 minus 79.25. If you find the difference, it is minus 58.88. So again, if you apply a minus sign, it is plus 58.88. So that into plus 58.858 into 0.727 and 0.273. So again now from B to C no carryover because we have just balanced, we don't want to disturb it. But from B to A, BA to AB there will be carryover. So ultimately in one iteration itself we get the values. That's all. So as in the previous lecture, this problem is quite simple. So submit your lecture notes for lecture 13. And if you have any doubts, ask me. It's quite a simple problem, but you have to practice. That is why I'm asking you to submit. So attempt the quiz also and put your attendance without fail. First hour, so before 10:15 try to do it. Okay, but thank you.